Okay, I'm doing a double. I am live on Facebook page and YouTube. Yay! Let's see what happens. So give me a wave if you're here. Tonight is about relaxation. I aim to give you much more of a breakdown of some of the exercises to support you with your any tension built up with back pain, muscular soreness from doing lots more activity. If you've taken up running recently, this is the type of stretching you need to do. And hopefully you will feel more relaxed tonight as a result. So clear the space. Make sure you have room. Just need to adjust one camera. Sorry if that's a bit close up for some of you. Right, okay, so we are starting in a nice wide position. Open out those toes. Take a big deep breath in, opening up those knees, reaching those arms up, lower those shoulders, and then breathe out as you come down. And again, breathing in and breathing out. Pull that navel into the spine. One more like this, just open up the back and the hips. And come to there. We're going to reach over into a side stretch and bring it back. Keep that going. Lovely. So we're just giving ourselves a chance to stretch away. And then change sides. So turn out the other way. Giving you a chance to open you up. Over the course of the day, you lose your height slightly. So all of this warm-up is designed to open up that spine. You only grow taller again when you lie down. So throughout the day, it's essential to mix up sitting, lying, and standing. Fact. So it keeps your spine nice and mobile and supported. Okay, so from here we're just going to walk the feet in a bit more, go for some swings, keep that tummy held in tight, just to release. This is a great one to do in the middle of the day, all these type of exercises, if you have been sitting down for longer periods, just to give your spine a bit more of a chance to stretch, as that is where we hold lots of tension. More on tension later. And then we're going to take a big deep breath in, reaching up, and as we breathe out, release. And again, release. Let your breath out as you take it down. Breathing out, then breathing in. Keep that going. And we're just going to finish with some arm circles here. Opening up. Great stuff. Okay, so I'm going to turn sideways on, but you can stay exactly where you are if you have space to move backwards once we go into a bit of a sun salutation. I'm going to break this down. So we're going to take a big deep breath in, reaching those arms up. As we breathe out, we're going to open the arms and dive the body forwards. You can bend those knees if you need to. Lower as far forward as you can. Big breath in here. Expand upwards so you get space to breathe in there. Then breathe out again, come down. One more time, breathing in as you expand through that rib cage and come down. And then we're going to roll up through the spine, breathing in and out as we need to. Let's do that again. Breathing in, breathing out, going forwards. Lengthen through that spine to get that head pointing forwards, then come down. This time, hands into the floor, step the feet back, knees into the mat, and we're going to round that spine, dropping that chin, lengthen through that spine, and again, rounding that back, lengthen through the spine, one more time. Great stuff. We're going to tuck those toes underneath where we are, hips up to the ceiling, push into the heels as much as you can. The essential aim at this point is to get those hips higher to the sky than any other body part. So you're really pushing those hips up. And what helps is if you lower those heels at the same time, push into those hands, and just give one leg a nice soft flexion at the knee, then switch. So you're giving yourself a chance to stretch one back of the leg at a time. Walk it through. This also helps to support any tension in the feet, which is also where we can carry tension. Different types of shoes we wear, or if we've been doing lots of power walking or jogging, stretch those back to those toes. Brilliant. And we're just going to walk up to the hands, breathing in, breathing out, roll up through that spine again. Give yourself a chance to restack the spine up to standing. Go again, breathing in, breathing out, coming forwards. Lengthen through that spine to lift. Coming back down, hands in place, bend the knees, stepping back again. This time we're going to put the knees into the mat and lower all the way through the arms towards the floor, lifting up the upper back and lower those shoulders. So this stretch is quite lifted. You can keep it much lower if you need to. And the aim here is to open up that chest, relax the lower half of the body, and stretch those tummies, which is really important as well. We're going to lower the head and chest, step the hands underneath those shoulders, tuck the toes under, hips up to the ceiling, push away again. And we're in that same downward dog position. Now, what usually happens at this point is we bring one leg in towards the hand. And that's quite a challenge in itself, especially if we're feeling quite tight in those hip flexors. So just to begin with, we're just going to bring one knee in and then place it back, just to prepare the body. So breathing out to bring the knee in, push it back to breathe out. Breathing out, push it back, breathe in. Breathing out. And if you can try, as we've already done, rounding of that spine, lift those ribs away from the knee as much as you can. As you're bringing that leg in towards you, that rounding position is helping you create space for that knee, for that leg. And on the last one, we're going to bring that leg and place that foot down. Now, if you find you end up feeling slightly hunched in this position, step back with the other leg and place that heel back as well, because that helps support you. Okay, so you can stay in this position. If it really doesn't feel comfortable, walk the hands up and hold up to a higher point. Come down, if you can, and hold into a runner's lunge. So this is where you're really pushing into that back heel right at the back. And this is allowing you to stretch that hamstring and that calf, especially with that heel flexed, that ankle flexed. And then we're going to step that back foot in, breathe in, breathe out. We're going to do it all again one more time, nice and slow. So breathing in, breathing out, coming all the way down. Lengthen through that spine, head lifts. Come back towards the mat and step back into position. Knees can go down or straight through those arms towards the floor. Lift up through that chest, breathing in. Looking up to the ceiling, opening up that chest. Then come down, tuck those toes, step those hands in, pushing back. Find that nice big A-frame. Good, we're going to go back to those knees, bringing them in, then pushing back. Rounding that spine as you go. And if you find that's too intense, just walk on the spot. That's also an option always. If you found that first round too much on the upper body, take this leg forwards. The one that hasn't, you could always try and take it with the hand as well. That helps shuffle that foot back so you keep that knee in line with the ankle. If you're too restricted here, come up to a higher point to feel that stretch in that hip flexor. And this is where we carry a lot of tension. If we've been sitting more, then this gets shorter and it pulls on the whole frame all the way around and into that back. So it's really important to open it up. If you can, stay low. Keep pushing that heel back at the same time. And then stepping in, rolling up through that spine. Well, I don't know about you, but I'm feeling much warmer, so we're going to carry on. So we'll come to a nice big wide position, like we did in the warm-up. We're going to open out into a nice big sumo squat. So we're really opening up those knees. Breathing in and reach those arms high. Stretch through those knees. And we're going to open out to one side. So we're taking those arms out, either side of us. Knees nicely positioned. Shoulders are down into the back. Reach over and go on more of an angle to create that long line right from the fingertips all the way down to the foot. Then come back and go in reverse. So we're still keeping that lunge in the same direction. You can take this as far over as you want to go. So you feel that stretching that armpit and downwards. And open back up again. Keep it moving all the way around. And we're keeping nice and high. If it's too much and too intense to have the arm lifted, take that hand behind the back, looking up to the ceiling. Rest that elbow on that knee. And this opens up the whole of that chest. Brilliant. We're then going to reach that arm and let the body stay forwards. And if you can, try and get that head towards the floor as much as you can. Just a gentle shake out. You should feel that stretch down the backs of the legs. Let the arms just relax down and breathe. And we're going to place the left hand in the middle and open that right arm, push into that hand on the floor and look up to the ceiling, still opening up that shoulder. And then bring it down. Bend the knees, breathing in. Breathe out to roll up through that spine. And let's go again, turning out those feet, breathing in, breathing out. Well done. We're going to go over to the opposite side now. So just remind yourself which way you went before. And as we reach, we're really thinking about that arm going as far over as we can. Opening that knee. Getting that stretch in that hip. Then reach over. Create that space. You've got a lovely diagonal line from the tips of the fingers all the way down to the toes. And bring it back into that reverse position. So these are strong poses and designed to really allow your body to stretch and open up. Then release. Coming all the way over towards the floor. Looking up to the ceiling. Option to open up. Or keep it lifted. Well done. And as you come up, oh no, we'll stay down. We'll go all the way around and then we'll go over as we were into this low forward fold with a wide position with the feet. Give your head a gentle release. Some people like to hold on to the trapezius muscle, just holding on those hands, just to add a bit more weight, but you don't have to. And then place that right hand into the middle. Open the left, all the way up to the ceiling. And then release it back down. Bend both knees, roll up through that spine. So the last thing to come up is the head. And just roll those shoulders back. Where you are. Okay, we're going to come down to the floor now. So choose an end to face. Give yourself enough room. I'm going to come all the way down, so we're going to round those shoulders, rolling forward, chin to chest. Take your time to walk down the spine. And as you get towards the base, towards the floor, knees settle down. Hands walk underneath those shoulders. So we've got a really nice position, pulling in that belly button and lengthen through that spine. So we've got a really clear, stable position. Knees should be open, hip distance. So we should have that space between the knees when we're in this roll down position. And there's a good reason for it. It helps us control the action. So from here, all we're going to do is focus on the arms. So we're breathing in as we breathe out. Let's float one arm to shoulder height. As we come down, breathing in, change sides. Breathing out, lengthen that hand away. Breathing in, bring it down. Depending how tight we're feeling around those shoulders, which can be as a result of not sleeping as well, if we've been hunched over, or if we are carrying a bit of stress, that is a place we hold that tension. It might determine how high you lift that arm. So just go easy. The last one this side. Okay, now I'm going to take the opposite hand to leg. So we're going to slide the leg away behind us and reach that arm again, but keep that toe in contact with the floor. The hips should be pointing down towards the floor as well. Don't lift it. Slide it in, breathing in, change sides. So I'm really breaking down this exercise because sometimes that makes the difference as to the quality and the purpose of the exercise. So if you do know this one well, you can obviously take it up a step if you are ready. That's great. If you want to take it easy today, do so. So after you've done a few repetitions of this sweeping action, you can raise that leg up in line with the hip and lengthen those hands and those feet away from each other. Then breathe in to glide it back. So much more work. Has to hold that tummy in position. Keep that torso as still as you can. You are carrying those champagne flutes on the back. Don't let them wobble. Keep it going, and actually the slower you go, the harder you're working to keep stabilised. We'll do a few more each side. Keep moving, keep going. I hope you're all enjoying. Oh, I've got a few people here, that's great. Okay. So, once you've done one more each side, round that back again, just to ease out that tension. And we're going to go forwards and round into child's pose and back up round to that same starting position. So we're just making a big hip circle, stretching his arms away, which should feel quite nice after working in both the upper and lower back. One more time in this direction, then go up the other way. So if you are feeling tight around those hips, this is a good one for you. Excellent. Okay, so as you just stretch back in that child's pose, this is always a good place to be when you need to de-stress and wind down. This is a great stretch to do. So we'll reach those hands away, drop the head down and reach in this position. Alternatively, you can frame those legs and go into more restorative pose. Let the head tuck under, and that should feel quite nice too. Breathe into it. Okay, let's move on. So we're going to pick up into a seated position. So this is one of my top favorite exercises that can help release all that tension that all the places I've worked on so far, but also gives you more chance to have more restful sleep this evening. So take those legs out in front of you, straighten them as much as you can. If you need a towel or a small cushion to sit on, you can, to raise up those sitting bones to support those tight hamstrings. That can also work. So we're lifting up through that torso, feel really tall. First option is to cross the arms and place the hands on the shoulders. So we're lifting up and breathing in. As we breathe out, we're twisting around. Pull that belly button in. Breathing back to center. And then we're going to reach forwards as if we're going to touch the toes, but we're not. We're going beyond the toes. So think about lengthening out, hinging from the hips, not breaking that line. So keep lifting away, then breathe in to come back. Then we go the other way. Twisting around, keep tall, back to center, reaching forwards. So that's the first option. So we're just twisting, breathing in, then just reaching. So if that feels comfortable and you feel you're working at a really good pace with this, stay with this alternating sides, reaching in the middle. Option 2, you can be here. You can have your arms up higher as you twist. And then extend them away, which gives your arms a little breather. Frame it back, opening that chest. Then lead that arm away. And then option 3, you're going to open the arms out to the side. So make sure they're not too far behind you. You want them to be in your peripheral vision. Open those legs a little bit wider. And we're going to twist and reach at the same time. So we're going towards the opposite toe. Breathing in, lifting tall, and reaching around. This is working so many different parts of the body in terms of stretching and toning. So it's a winner all round. Keep lifted as you lift up to that first seated position and then reach forward again. So try them out. If this feels too much, too intense, go back to the other options I've mentioned. Tuck the other arm behind you as you reach forward to give yourself more space. And one more each side. I have no idea which side I started on now, so I feel incomplete if I don't do one more. You know, well, hopefully you've been which side you worked. Okay, reach over. That should feel amazing. And then the other way. Good. So we've been toning all at the same time, stretching. Toning here, stretching here, and toning here as well. So sideways on now so you can see better. Hopefully Facebookers, you can see me as well as I lie down. So we're breathing in. As we breathe out, we're rounding that spine. So going in this position is actually where some of us are some of the time when we're sitting down watching TV, at the computer. I often notice myself hunching slightly and have to correct myself. So that's all we're doing here is rounding the spine, stretching the lower back, then lifting up and correcting that posture, shoulders down. Keep that going. Chin to chest and lift up tall. Let's go all the way to the floor now. We're going to keep moving through into the mat. Place those hands down by your side. And we're just adjusting ourselves. So this is the supine position. So we're making sure those heels are really close in towards us. Knees are hip distance apart and the hands are down by our sides. And all I want you to think about as you're lying in this position is, how much more can I get those ribs towards those hips? It makes such a difference to stabilizing that spine, engages your core correctly, helps with all the exercises we do in this position. So, sorry, I've got delivery. Hopefully someone will deal with that one. So, breathing in. As you breathe out, take one leg up to tabletop, knee in line with the hip, and then breathe out to lower that foot back down. Change to the opposite side. So these are just knee folds and lower back down. Breathing out to lift, breathing in to lower. And again, lifting up, lowering back down again. Option 2, we're going to take both legs up and really have to work hard to keep that imprint, hold that core in position, then come back down, one leg after the other, then lead up again, and come back down. Good. So lifting up, breathing out, lowering down, breathing in, and on the last one, I'm going to hold up and feel that work, knees in position. If this is too intense, we're going to take one leg down and hold that down and just work one leg at a time. So you're going to keep space behind that knee. I'm deliberately holding on to those ribs so you can help think about where they should be. So option 1 is just to lift and lower one leg, one more this side, and place it down. Change sides, or if you've got both legs up, you're just alternating one leg down, breathing out, one leg back in, and you're aiming not to bring those knees too close into you. As soon as you do that, it feels much easier. So you're having to work the back quite hard here, and by strengthening that back, working those hip flexors, you're supporting all around your core stability. Keep that going. One more each side. And bring those knees in for a good hug, just to feel how much you've worked there. Well done. Okay, let's stretch all of the front out now. We're placing those hands back down by the sides, breathing in. As we exhale, we're going to lift up through the pelvis and push those hips up to the ceiling. Now, whilst you're here, think about where those knees are. They should be apart still, and almost like you're squeezing into a cushion between those knees. And that aims you to keep tension and work into the inner thigh as well as the outer thigh and the bottom. So it's working all around. Big breath in here and reach those arms above the head. Up and over, lengthen through that spine even more. Keep pushing up through the hips. Then as you exhale, feel like you've got something rather hot, like a hot spoon, pushing down in towards that belly button, which slowly walks the spine back into position, and then the rest of the pelvis releases. And breathe in here. Then breathe out to lift up again. Articulate that spine, lifting, lifting, lifting. Breathing in to reach the arms above the head. Then exhale and come all the way back down into the mat. 2 more times like this. So the feet stay fixed to the floor. You're opening up all of the front part of the body, which holds the tension and helps support that relaxation state we want to be in before sleep. And then come back towards the floor. Last time 3. Lifting up tall. And then reach the arms. As soon as you come to the floor this time, let the arms relax down and bring the knees into the chest. One after the other, holding in. And then take those legs up towards the ceiling. Now, of course, you can have them slightly bent if you are feeling quite tense here. But keep lengthening that spine, pointing those toes. Relax the upper body out to the side. Hold that position. Keep there. I've been told I'm running out of battery already for my phone. This is what happens when you double up. Right, okay. So lying on your back, reaching those arms out. We're going in a bit of a circle, so squeeze those feet together now. Beat them together if you like. No, don't do that. So we are just reaching and squeezing, and then we're going to circle those legs into a small circle first of all. Feel the lower back having a bit of a massage, gentle massage into the floor. You can have your knees bent if it's too intense, but we don't want to be circling from here. We're circling from those hips. So the more we're using the legs, the more we should be working those lower abdominals. One more here. And go the other way. So you're just breathing in and out with each circle. Keep that moving. And last one. Excellent. I'm going to bring one knee in and let the other leg release. We're still holding that tension in that leg that's released down. Breathing in and out, switching sides. And again. Keep that moving. And this is really aiming to stretch that back, but most importantly, stretch the hip flexors, which is what lots of us need. If this is okay, stay with it. If you want to work a bit more, get the other leg extended as well, working the hamstrings all at the same time. If you want to work the abdominals, lift the upper body as well. Just a few more. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Well done. Let the legs come in. Let the legs float down. Arms above the head. Full body stretch. Melt into your mat and just feel, have a moment there to breathe and focus just on breathing in and out. And then bring your arms in. towards your centre. Bring the knees in towards you as well. Either use that side position to lift up to sitting, or rock yourself up and hold yourself in. We're going to come up onto our knees. If that's comfortable, stay seated. If it's not comfortable on the knees, big breath in, reach those arms high. Stretch those arms away again, as we did lying down. Over one side and the other way. And then round in front. And you lift up and round the back. And then we're going to go back to that child's pose. So reach those arms forward. If you want to, you can part the knees a bit more, which creates a bit more space for the chest to go lower. If that works for you. Have a moment there to just release. Reach those arms forward. And as you walk those hands in, have a moment here. This is the hero pose. Just resting onto those heels. And then we're going to rock those toes under, picking up. And if you feel comfortable too, you can stay where you are, or you can open those knees and reach up and away. So this is obviously working the inner thighs and stretching there. It's an alternative version of what we were doing in that forward fold, wide forward fold earlier. Then come back, change position. And then turn the knees forwards, then heels go down. Breathing in and out here. Bend both knees. Take your time to roll up through the spine again. Inhale, exhale. 2 more times. And reach those arms up once again. So I hope that helps support releasing tension, giving yourself a lovely breather from perhaps, like me, quite a busy day, and a focus on you. And also, if you do experience the tightness I have mentioned, that also gives you perhaps some exercises to try yourself. So I hope you enjoyed this evening, whichever version you observe from, and look forward to seeing you soon. Take care.